Hey there guys, welcome back to the Star Wars figure review. Today I'm going to give a look at the figures from back in the Power of the Force line, and this is the Death Star Droid and Mouse Droid. Before we look at the figures themselves, we'll take a look at the packaging. I got this actually quite recently, not exactly years and years ago, and kept this all this time. So it's that basic Power of the Force card back with the still from the movie on the back and the information. I'll show you to the bio that down here. It says, a Death Star droid approaches what appears to be a routine prisoner location. The two stormtroopers are actually Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, conspiring to rescue the imprisoned Princess Leia. Yeah, like it says, this figure includes the freeze frame action slides that most kind of figures of the 90s included. Don't think you can see that well, so I'll just shine my torch down the back of it. It's basically there's the stormtroopers and Chewie and the droid. So firstly we go into the mouse droid. It's not that articulated, of course, it's just a little black square. It's just got the wheels on the bottom, which can't be moved at all. But it's not bad enough. I think it was an ideal thing for Hasbro to include in the packaging at least, or kind of whichever one was releasing at this point. I think it was Hasbro kind of model, Hasbro and kind of when they teamed up. But that's quite a pretty decent build release with the actual figure, with the mouse droid. And now I've got the Death Star droid. If you remember, this is the protocol droid. I think it's worth forgetting, is a protocol droid that passes Han and Luke just before they get in the lift. Rundown of articulation. It's Power of the Force wise, really. It's swivel neck, swivel shoulders, swivel waist, swivel hips. No articulation in the ankles, knees, or the arm, or the elbows or wrists. Just shows basically they released this figure and they're not as good articulation as they had back then as to what they have now in the vintage collection and the Black series. That was a decent little rundown of these figures. Pretty decent ones nonetheless for the 99, 97, 98 release. It doesn't seem to tell me here, but I can. For a 98 release, according to the bottom of the foot of this, pretty decent figures for a release of that year. And quite well. I'll be hoping to see you in the next review.